Yeah, let's go. Shout out the mountain and fish. I got Iggy and what's doing right for the culture. If you just here for the views and the likes and just put out no mic, you a vulture. They let me down, but the raps did it. They let me down, but the switch did it. They let me down, but the raps did it. They let me down, but the
This is your boy Iggy.
It's your boy Woods.
You are now tuned into another episode of Hip Hop Who's Podcast. Man, we gotta just thank everybody who's been supporting us. Continue to keep supporting us
Please.
on all platforms.
Yeah.
Guys, the main video, if you want to support me and my brother here, Woods, man, go to that main video, like it, subscribe, share, turn on those notifications, all that good stuff. Tell a friend. What do you say? Tell a friend to tell a friend?
Tell a friend to tell a friend, man.
Just pass it on. We're putting in this work for you guys. You know, as big as we get, you know, we're going to bring everybody with us, man.
Thanks.
So you support us. When you got mixtapes and all that good stuff, man, you send it to us. You know, the bigger we are, the better it's going to be for you guys, man, because, you know, we're all about the community. So shout out to Title League Distant Cousins.
Distant Cousins, man. The emoji fingers all day.
Yes.
They're working, man.
They definitely
Title
are working.
League, baby.
But let's get into it, man.
Yeah.
First, we got to talk about the Hip Hop Hoops Invitational Basketball Camp.
There it
That
is.
is happening March 10th to the 14th at Westview.
Yes.
It's going to be from 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. The floor is yours. Talk
Yeah,
to me.
man. I mean, it's a great opportunity for our young people to learn some basketball skills. You know what I mean? Skills and drills, and just learn the game. You know, from some of the greats. You know, Iggy's gonna make his debut at Westview as one of the trainers. You know, I think that's gonna be extraordinary and dope to see and be a part of. We also have the non-basketball aspect of it. You know, in regards to mentorship, study hall. We got a few guest speakers coming through. Shout out Neighborhoods Without Borders, NWB Care on Instagram. They're going to be partnering up with us, helping us out as well. March break, it's going to be on and popping, man. Just come through, man.
It's gonna
For
be
more
lit,
information, hit us up on the DMs to register. Spots are filling up quickly.
Yes.
You know what I mean? It's a free camp, fems. Free 99. It don't get any better than that, B. You know what I mean?
Yep. And the ages are from 14 to 18.
Yes.
So make sure of that. And we got the girls too. So
yeah,
it's
man.
not just,
guys and girls, man.
Yes.
You know? Anybody that supports us, we're here to support you.
Yes. So this is our first camp that we're gonna have. And I'm excited. I can't wait.
Definitely.
March break. Let's get it.
Mm-hmm.
We're gonna start off with LeBron.
Yes.
And MJ. So LeBron's been playing out of his mind lately. He just had his second 40-point game last week against Portland.
Yeah.
And the question I have for everybody is, who is better at the age of 40, LeBron James or Michael Jordan? Talk to us.
Michael Jordan all day, every day, man. Skill work is just better. I feel like LeBron, longevity, he's the GOAT. I'll give you that. For his age, and we heard about it from the $1 million he puts into his body religiously. You're seeing it at this age. Because I just finished playing a teachers versus student game, you know what I mean, on Friday, and I'm still sore.
Yeah,
you feel me?
You was cooking them boys, though.
Oh, I was cooking, man. I was cooking, baby. I was cooking. But, you know, shout out to LeBron, the longevity piece. That's all you. But I don't think you're nowhere near MJ. You're more of a Magic 2.0. I'm tired of everybody comparing the two. LeBron's not a killer. It's just a fact. He's not. You see little glimpses of it when he played against Detroit back in the day, when he played against Boston before he left for the Heat. You'll see glimpses of him killing man's scoring wise. But he's more of a Magic, Scottie Pippen type brother. That's all I got to say. You know what I mean?
Okay.
But at 40, MJ all day, man.
But here's LeBron's stats at 40 right now with the season. He's averaging 24.7, which pretty much 25, 7.7 rebounds, pretty much 8.8. So he's almost averaging a triple-double, shooting 51%, pretty much 52% from the field. That's what he's averaging right now at 40. And then you got MJ at 40. His stats was 20. He averaged 20 points a game, 6 rebounds, 4 assists, 2 steals, and he shot 50% from the field.
So they both shot 50% from the field.
LeBron a little higher.
LeBron's what, 52? Okay, but they both shot
higher.
50. Shooting 50% from the field is fabulous.
Oh, amazing! Yeah,
right.
Yeah.
So, what
I think LeBron plays a little different than MJ.
Right.
LeBron James is still like crash out, running the floor, head down. He's dunking. Where MJ was kind of like half court setting, more of a jump shooter, didn't attack the goal as much.
And don't sleep. He did pin Ron Mercer.
Oh, he did. Oh,
come on,
my God.
remember that
was
pin?
crazy.
That was epic. That was you know what I mean?
Oh, listen, MJ had some great freaking. Listen, it's impressive. He played all 82 games.
You feel me?
At 40.
Right.
Who does that?
Right.
You know what I mean? So
I just wanted to throw that out there. And
he was
the owner of, he was part owner, or he had a percentage of ownership with the Wizards. People weren't coming to the games. So he's like, you know what? Let me just lace them back up. You know what I mean? His diet was totally off compared to LeBron at this age. And he was still putting in work.
And at 40, I forgot to say this. You know, he did play all 82 games, but he also has 16 MVP votes that year.
Look at that. Come on.
MJ. So
come on. I'm just saying, man.
The question is, who do you guys think is better at the age of 40, LeBron James or Michael Jordan? Talk to us in the comments.
And you know, at that age, MJ didn't sit out no All-Star games.
No.
You know what I mean?
Well, talking about All-Star games.
That's a nice segue right there. You know
LeBron James sat out the All-Star game. He said due to ankle soreness is the reason why he sat out.
Right.
What is your thoughts on that?
I thought that was a selfish move, LB, man. Like, come on, man. LeBron, you're better than this. You damn well knew you were hurt from when you got to San Fran. You know what I mean? We all seen what Giannis did. So much
he got into his uniform.
Right.
Even though his spot was taken and he gave the spot, or he didn't give the spot, but the NBA gave the spot to Trae Young, he still showed up in his uniform and wanted to be a part of it.
Just let Silver know in advance, bro. We would have had Norman Powell. We would have had Sabonis. Somebody. Hopefully it would have been Norman Powell. But you know what I mean? Like,
Norman Powell's in a career high right now, I believe, at 24 points a game. He's playing
Norman
really well.
didn't need to be in no damn shootout. Should have been in the All-Star game. He's having a fabulous season.
Yes, he is.
You know what I mean? But long story short, I thought it was a selfish move. LeBron just seemed off. Like, you know, he's such a businessman. He's about his business, man. I get it, him and the Jay-Z comparison. But, bro, like, there was something off. Like, behind the scenes, some dollars were messed up. Because he was standing on business to the point where he's taking pictures while all his other teammates are in their uniform and he's in dress clothes.
Yeah.
What kind of disrespecting is it? This is the NBA.
That was an awkward picture for sure.
This is
not in street clothes.
In your street clothes?
You usually get in uniform.
You're dissing.
If you're on. I've never seen a picture like that where
you
there's
are
street
dissing,
clothes.
Bro. The LeBron fans, the diehards, are gonna come put excuses out the yin yang to support LeBron. But what's right is right and what's wrong is wrong. You got the 4 major sports right now, right? 2 of them right now are smelling blood in the water when it comes to the NBA product. The NFL busts some. I never seen an NFL game, NFL anything at Christmas time.
No,
because Christmas time is usually NBA time.
That belongs
right?
to the NBA.
What did they do? They smell blood in the water. They had a game and put it on Netflix. 2 or 3. My bad. You know what I mean? They're smelling
with Beyonce as like one of the halftime.
Yes.
Right. They're smelling
Very
the blood. They're smelling the blood in the water. And then what did the NHL do? The NHL came with the 4-nation game. Apparently, they can't play in the Olympics. So they kind of made a mini Olympics for the NHL All-Star weekend, which Canada ended up being USA. Sorry, Trump. You know what I mean? I'm just saying, like, you know, and that's been the talk for the last 72 hours. To the point where PK Subban, you know what I mean? Shout out his dad, who's the principal at Oakdale right now. You know what I mean? Doing it big. But he was on First Take. Since when is PK on First Take? Ever. You know what I mean? So I'm saying, like, the NFL really slapped the NBA in the face with competing with the All-Star weekend. So therefore, I guess the NHL had a better weekend All-Star wise than the NBA. Buddy, the blood is in the water and LeBron's sitting out a game. The All-Star game.
I think with ankle soreness, you got to know your ankle's been sore from a couple of days ago. So like if you sit out, it doesn't take away your All-Star when you know you're still an All-Star. Like it doesn't. If you sit out, they don't say, okay, well, in 2025 you were an All-Star. You're still the All-Star.
You know these people that these LeBron sexuals that have their debates. They need that stat that you just said.
No, the number's still there.
It's still going to be there.
This will still count as the 22nd or the 20th All-Star. It doesn't matter.
Regardless.
So
you know what I mean?
He could have gave it to Norman Powell, someone who has never been an All-Star and actually deserved to be in the game. Anyway, I think it was a selfish move on his behalf, but hey, man.
All I know, MJ wouldn't have done that. You know what I mean? MJ wouldn't have done that. Kobe wouldn't have done that. I like to bring it back to when 1993, that All-Star game, when it went to overtime.
It was one of the best.
MJ was in there doing his thing, leading. Barkley, flipping Ewing, all those guys doing their damn thing, competing, playing with passion. 2001, AI, Marbury, T-Mac,
that was my favorite ones.
You know what I mean?
That comeback that they had
versus
crazy.
Versus Kobe, Duncan,
KG, yeah.
Shaq. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
David versus Goliath team.
They're wearing their regular uniform.
Crazy.
Yeah.
Man, them played with passion.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean? Led by Kobe, who was one of the faces, or if not the face at the time.
Mm-hmm.
You feel me? LeBron, man, to me, you're dropping the ball in regards to you're more about your business, the business of basketball. You set up your guys, Clutch Sports, all that monsters in the industry. But let's not forget about the product itself, man. You guys are good. But what about the future? What about the future kids coming up, man? They're not gonna see the dollars at this rate, bro. Because TV ratings are down. The superstars are not doing what the superstars are supposed to do. And Silver's too busy, in my eyes, trying to give you guys your flowers. When I say you guys, the greats, the KDs, the LeBrons, the Stephs, cool. You know what I mean? Seeing that Netflix special about the road to the gold and all that, it's all about you guys. And now you guys are not giving the young faces or the new faces of the NBA a chance to shine, man. And the All-Star game, that's when they shine. That's when you're supposed to shine. And that never got a chance to happen. You guys robbed us of that shit, bro.
Because I heard a lot of people complaining, like Draymond was complaining, like saying like these new guys shouldn't be playing on Sunday.
Right.
Well, if you guys did what you're supposed to do, then they wouldn't have to keep changing the format to try to make it competitive. If you guys did what you guys were supposed to do, this shit would never happen, and these young folks wouldn't be playing on Sunday.
PK called that out.
Yes, PK actually said this is a quote, or this is his words. He goes, "I want Michael Jordan. I want Kobe. That's what I want in every sport. If you're different, if you're a different version than that, you don't get my respect."
Hold that. That's a shot at LeBron right there.
Well, LeBron James is in the picture when he said it's his photo and LeBron's photo's there.
Right?
You see.
Look at
that. LeBron's in the photo. So
come on, man.
Yeah.
So it comes that, and I guess that's what Channing Frye's alluding to. But fams, at the end of the day, bro, when you are the face of any league, bro, it comes with this.
Comes with a lot of responsibility.
Guys are following your lead. Look how much of the young boys now, through other All-Star games that I've seen, that LeBron has been the man or the face of the NBA, and these games end up turning into just you shoot, I shoot. Oh, go do this reverse dunk.
How was the Toronto game? Was that competitive?
It was competitive to a certain degree.
That's the last one that I can remember.
2020.
2020?
It was the first time they brought in that target score.
Oh, yes.
The target score.
That was a close one. That was competitive. Lowry was taking charges.
Yes.
Yeah.
I remember the first charge, something like that.
I remember that.
Lambo was hooping for the first time since he left Charlotte.
Yeah.
Yes. I'm trying to think of the last time that we had a competitive All-Star game.
2020 in Chicago.
2020.
Fair enough. But all I'm saying is we got to do better, because if you guys, all the superstars or stars close to superstar status, if you guys are going to Coach Rico Hines runs, playing hard, going hard, if you're going to Brickley, what's his name? Chris Brickley?
Yeah, Chris Brickley.
Chris Brickley going to his runs, doing your damn thing, going hard. Bruh, you're not gonna go hard at the All-Star game?
That's the part that doesn't make sense to me, is because when people say, "Oh, well, they don't want to get hurt," but you guys play harder in these runs.
Right.
So what's the difference? I think this would probably be more legit to play harder in the All-Star game than a friggin' Rico Hines run.
And you got all the corporate sponsors there, bro. Like, it's a slap in the face.
I think that's where you would take the chance, because that's your job, right? Rico Hines is on your own time.
But I think they're forgetting that you're a max player. You're getting those dollars for a reason.
There's a lot of people who are in the league who are not max guys who's getting max type of dollars. Like the way the TV stuff is where these guys are getting all these top dollars, man. It's a lot of money, man.
I mean, and you can thank Kobe and MJ, and of course you can thank LeBron.
They evolved it, man. But it's
you can thank these guys, but I mean, come on, bro.
I don't know what it is and why guys don't want to. We're not saying take charges. We're not saying dive on the floor. But just the competitive nature. Like I want to destroy you.
Just hoop like you don't like each other.
Yeah,
bro.
like this buddy stuff that I see and shooting threes, and I don't know, man. It's not really nice to watch anymore. To be honest, and this was all of our favorite parts of the NBA season was All-Star Weekend when growing up as kids.
Or maybe we need Dylan Brooks. We gotta if they can put in, like I said before, if they put in the Rising Stars, the champion of the Rising Star tournament this past All-Star Weekend to play on Sunday. Bring in Dylan Brooks, man.
World versus USA, man.
You see how Ant-Man plays USA. Now? Every time he plays against Houston, ever since he got into that little dust-up with Dylan Brooks, you get the best out of him. I'm telling you, man, Dylan activates a lot. He activates a lot in these superstar players, man, because he don't give two shits about them.
Yeah, and I think what moving with Channing Frye, he made the comment about why guys like Ant Edwards don't and John Morant don't want to be the faces of the NBA, but he's talking about, you know, we have to blame the 90s, and people in the media are comparing these young guys to MJ 40 years ago. I think that's very unfair.
Super unfair.
It's unfair because it can't go both ways, right? Those same guys in the media, when you guys do well and you guys do something great, they boost you guys.
Right. So
you can't be mad when they're comparing you to, why not compare you to MJ? At 40, he played all 82 games.
Right.
Now I hear talk about they want to lower the games. What are we doing here?
What are we doing, bro? Cut it out, man.
Shouldn't everything be evolved? Nutrition,
everything.
You know, physio of how the body is.
Right.
Things are different.
Right.
These dudes are busting their Achilles and playing in 2 months.
Right.
You bust your Achilles back in the day, you're done.
You're done. You're finished.
So how are we talking about let's play less games? We don't want to do 82 games no more. Like, what are we doing to this product? It all revolves around one thing: play hard,
right? And
we won't have this mess,
right?
It's the lack of competitiveness. We can't keep waiting all. Nobody. Do you watch regular season? I don't watch regular season like that unless it's like a big game.
I love the NBA, so I'm gonna watch.
I watch college more. Like when I go home, I'm about to go watch the girls play. College girls, boys. I watched all boys yesterday. I did watch the Denver.
Side note: Hooper's coming up. You guys should be watching college ball.
It just shows because those guys. None of those guys are making money. Not all of them are making the top dollars, like the top players. All of them are on NIL deals. So
they're playing with purpose.
They're playing with purpose, and they have no choice because in the NBA, it's a players' league.
Right.
In college, the coaches, if you don't play, then you're gone.
Right.
We've seen plenty of 5-star kids who don't, add up to what they're supposed to be when they get to these programs. Because they just don't do it. They have a big head or whatever the reason. And the coach is like, all right, well, you don't run the program, so you got to go.
Facts.
You can't do that in the NBA.
Can't.
It's always the coaches are going to be the first ones to get fired. So I don't know if it's the money thing. All I know is the lack of competitiveness is out the window. Mm-hmm. And until that comes back, we're going to still see this type of product. It'll never change.
And you're going to let all these other sports, even though in other people's minds, the NHL, the NFL are ahead of the NBA, I'm always going to say NBA's number one, but now NBA is giving these guys a reason to feel like they run shit right now.
Yeah, and we can't talk about that's the reason why Edwards doesn't want to be the face of the NBA because he doesn't want to get scrutinized by the media. Why?
Right.
Why is he like, we can't scrutinize him? Why is that?
Bro, MJ,
why
Kobe,
is he too good to get scrutinized?
MJ and Kobe got scrutinized like crazy in the papers.
Absolutely.
Back in the day, we had newspapers.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
The New York Times, they were killing MJ when he left and went to Atlantic City to go gamble during the playoffs.
You feel me? Demolishing Kobe's character with the rape allegations in Denver.
So what
are we talking about?
Like, why is he too good to be scrutinized? Why is John Morant? My nigga, tighten up. You come to the game in a poo shiesty, nigga. Right. Tighten up. You toting guns out in these streets. Tighten up.
Right.
And Edwards, you smashing and you having babies all over the place.
All over the
Tighten
place.
Tighten up.
Yeah.
Tighten up.
Or wrap it up. Shit.
Yeah. Or perfect. Wrap that shit up. My nigga, like, what are we doing here?
Yeah, real talk.
You think people are not going to get in your business?
Right.
Of course. You're making $300 million. You're a superstar.
Right.
Of course, the media and everybody's going to get in your business. Bro, you're not doing the right thing.
Facts.
Why do you need to come in the game, into an NBA game, in a poo shiesty? Are you cold?
He could be cold, man. Who
Are
knows,
you?
man?
Are you?
Who knows,
You don't want
man?
no one to see who you are because you're just a gangster?
He's wearing
Are you
the
a gang?
Shiesty because he does not want to be the face of the NBA.
There you
Yeah, he's like
go.
another, you know.
Yeah.
You like that one right here? Another segue.
Yeah.
Because I don't know why the NBA don't want to make one of our foreigners, our non-American players, the face of the NBA.
And that's what bothered me because you have Stephen A. saying this is an American sport
Right.
and we should not have a foreigner be the face. And then you guys like Shannon Sharp said the same thing.
Right. Carmelo
Okay.
Anthony said the same thing as
Okay,
well.
well you have Jason Tatum and y'all refuse to make him.
You guys forever dissing JT for whatever
He's
reason.
a top. He's been a first team All NBA player
Last year.
for like the last 2-3 years.
Right.
What are we talking about here? He's
Tell me.
26 years old.
Talk to him, man.
You know.
Right now he's averaging 27, 8, and 6.
How is that not the face?
Doesn't get in
Because
trouble.
he doesn't get in trouble.
He takes punk offs like crazy and still puts in work.
Yeah, he's an NBA champ now. I'm just confused. He's has 2 gold medals in the Olympics.
Yo.
All of this at 26 years old. He's been to the conference finals like 7 years. He's been to the NBA finals like 2 years. All of this at 20, and y'all refuse. Is it because he ain't got a poo shiesty and got gold teeth in his mouth? I don't know.
I don't know, man.
Does he need to grow dreads and shit? I don't know. He's
Clean
smooth.
cut. I don't get it. At the end of the day, last year he was the only American on the first team All NBA.
Take that in.
Just really take that
And
in,
y'all
bro.
refuse to make guys like Giannis. Man, could Giannis be the face? Maybe not Joker. He just wants to play basketball and then go home and ride his horses.
Right.
It's cool. But Luka, he be talking shit. He put that work in.
Put that work in.
He has a brand, with the Jordan stuff
Yeah.
and all that stuff. Now he's with the Lakers. Cool. He could be the face of the NBA. He's top 5, been first team All NBA 5 straight years. You have Shea. Shea will cook you and go to his Instagram and put rap lyrics there.
Right.
He wears furs. He was wearing a fur coat in Oakland, California, where it's hot as shit. He's just that cool.
Just that cool, man.
What are we talking about?
Well, it's like-
he has
and
his own sneakers.
And shout
I
out
ain't
those
wearing them sneakers.
Shout out those Converse
I'm not gonna
right
wear them
there. Can we
sneakers.
get a pair over
We love
here?
you, but
Come on, man.
I might hoop in them. But
Come
I ain't gonna wear
on.
them
They're
like,
multi-purpose. You can look good off the court and bust ass on the court with them.
Right. But he has his own sneaker.
Yeah.
Like he averages 30. What is it? I'll give you his stats right now. What he averages this year. Like this kid, I'm so confused. This kid is averaging 32, 5, and 6, shooting 52% from the field. What are we talking about? How is this not a superstar?
Facts.
This kid is modeling for Skims and shit.
Right.
What do we talk? Like, how can he not be the face? Because he's Canadian? That's the dumbest shit. This is why, to go back to your point, a few episodes ago where you said we got to push we got to get ready to, start branding these younger kids.
Got to, man.
And the KDs and the LeBrons, and you guys have the Lifetime
Stephs.
Achievement Awards.
Give it to them.
That's cool.
Yeah.
But now, who is going to be after these? You guys have to be prepared now. You guys had the global stage where y'all bench Tatum, and y'all had these old guys, But how do you rebrand the NBA now, and who takes over? It got to be these guys.
Even look at the All-Star Game MVP. I think JT had a better stat line than Steph. Maybe by 1 or 2 points. You know what I mean?
Steph has just been the golden. Steph is just the golden child. He
I'm
could do
just
no
like,
wrong.
Come on, man.
He's
When
the
are we
golden
gonna
child.
When are we gonna pass the torch? Or pass the torch is if we can't find a solidified face of the NBA.
Listen,
'Cause there's a
I
few.
think those are faces. I think Ant Edwards. Sometimes you ain't got no choice. Even if you say you don't want to be. Remember Charles Barkley used to be like, I don't want to be a role model.
am I a
You ain't
role
got no
model?
choice.
Bottom
You got no
line.
choice, my man. Go be a doctor or some shit.
Right.
Go be a teacher if you don't want to do this shit. This is the responsibility, and this is what comes with it.
When you get those
When you are
max
in the
dollars,
league
bro,
and you're a max dollars player, this is the responsibility
Right.
that comes with it.
right.
So you ain't got no choice, right? So Ant Edwards don't have a choice. Even if you say I don't want to be the face, that you ain't got no choice, my man. You got a signature sneaker by Adidas. You are a top 10, 12 player in the league. You are a max contract player.
Right.
You are the head and the face of the Minnesota Timberwolves. What are we talking about? You ain't got no choice.
What?
But him, Shea, Luka, and Jason Tatum. Those are your 4, and that's going to be your 4 to carry on for the next 10 years.
They
in the NBA.
really want Victor to be it too.
Well, he's going to be
You know what I mean?
up there too.
But
Victor.
health wise, you never know. That
And that
blood
was-
clot is
Yeah.
real right now.
That was
bro.
my only thing with Victor. I knew he was tall and skinny. I was like, is he going to be healthy? That was my only concern. If he's healthy, he's going to be one of the greats to play this game. If he's not, then it'll be tough.
But I mean, shout out LeBron in regards to the way he does business. You know what I mean? And the basketball world and the business world and his world just combined so beautifully. And I think kids watching that, you know, we're taking notes. So now you're seeing the end result of what LeBron's leadership, what we're seeing now. Guys sitting out, guys are more, they care more about their brand, their personal brand, than what they're actually putting on the court. They want to sit out games.
This is the issue, though. This is the issue that I have with that, though, right? Because you got to use the All-Star Weekend like the Super Bowl.
Yo, hell yeah.
This is the biggest stage.
This is our Super Bowl.
Yes. When did Shea release a sneaker? During All-Star Weekend, right?
He got the memo.
So you have to use this as the Super Bowl. It might not be as big as far as viewership, but how can we get close or get, you know, how can we get there?
Stop moving too posh at the end of the day,
superstars got to play.
Bottom line, yo.
Superstars got to play, bottom line.
It's the product, bro. Like, what are we doing?
Yeah. Anyways, let's move on to hip hop. Drake and Party, or I should say Party Next Door and Drake, they dropped their collaboration album. First week sales were 249K. What is your thoughts? Because 249K, this is without Spotify. You know, Spotify was suppressing, you know, the whole album. It was hard to even find it. And how could you be number one on Apple, but then you're not on none of the charts on Spotify? So are we saying that Drake fans only use Apple? They don't. There's no Drake fans that use Spotify, clearly. But you know, with Spotify suppressing it, the label not pushing it the way that you know. So these are all legit numbers. 249K. I know a lot of people were comparing it to the GNX, which is weird because GNX is a hip hop album, and this is, you know, an R&B album.
Something for the ladies.
So I don't know why the comparison is, but if you want to compare it, like Kendrick having all of that
and only
doing like 70,000-80,000 more units is So what is your thoughts? Is this a W, 249K, or this a L?
This is a big dub for Drake and Party Next Door. You know what I mean? Party Next Door, this is his first #1 album, I believe.
Yes, first number one.
You know what I mean? This is Drake's 14th?
Yes, he's tied with Jay-Z for the most 14th.
Jay-Z, don't try and sabotage it now when he comes out with his solo album, just because he will pass you at number 15 number 15.
He will pass you in the summer when he drops his solo.
So don't do no behind the scenes stuff, man. Just because I know you're a subliminal type brother, man. Please leave him alone, man. No, this is the win, man. Like, I could have sworn Charlemagne, Ebro, Buttons, all saying he's dead in the water.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
They said he was a corpse.
He's done.
They said he was a corpse.
Well, hold that #1.
He has the #1 album in the country right now.
Hold that.
249K. This is a big dub, like I said, not having the actual label support. Suppressing it. So how could this not be, you know, a dub? It doesn't make any sense. And it's a collaboration album. Like you said, Drake's 14th #1, which is ties for the most, and he gave Party his first #1 album. So it looks like Drake's Stimmy package is still going.
No more for you, DJ Khaled. Yeah, really
DJ Khaled messed up.
It done messed up, killer.
Pimmy, the artist, she has her own solo song on the album.
Yeah.
She had 30K monthly listeners, and now she's at 3.7 million. So
that's crazy.
Yeah.
The Stimmy package is still alive.
The Stimmy package is still there. Yes. And also, we have to give Drake his credit. I know people are going, oh, you guys are Drake Glazers. Cool. Say what you want. It is what it is. But Drake has been the best-selling rapper for 10 years consecutively. So he's been the best rapper for 10 consecutive years.
You know, that's like LeBron going to the chip 10 times, but Drake actually winning.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Not just getting to the finals, winning it. So shout out to Drake, man.
Yeah. And I wanna give you a stat where I think it's just, I want you to take this in and I want you to tell me, because like I said, with Spotify's been moving a little weird in my eye, and this is Drake's Spotify stats. So total streams is 109 billion. Followers is 96.1 million. And monthly listeners is 77 million, right? Kendrick stats is 43 billion. So Drake has 109 billion. Kendrick has 43 billion.
Right.
The followers, Kendrick has 37.6 million. But his monthly listeners are 100 million. So people are like, oh, well, he doesn't subscribe. People don't have to follow. Cool.
What are you trying to imply?
I'm just saying 96 million followers, 77 million monthly listeners. It's not that far off.
Yeah, the gap is not that far
But
off.
the gap between 37.6 and 100 million is freaking crazy. I don't know. You guys tell me what do you guys think about that?
Yeah, Vid. Hey, I think
Remember, before the beef, Kendrick was around the 50-ish range.
His monthly listeners?
I think so, yeah. I think he was around the 50, right? What is he at right now?
He's at 100 million
He's at
monthly
100.
listeners.
Yeah. I think Kendrick, was around 50 to 60, right? I think that was his range, and then Not Like Us came out.
And then the Super Bowl boosted it.
Yeah, but I think mainly it's Not Like Us. That song.
Okay. Your top 5 songs from the Party and Drake album collab. What's your top 5 songs from the album?
my top 5. All right, my number 5. Somebody Loves Me. You know what I mean?
Is this in order?
I'm gonna go from 5 to 1.
Okay, go ahead.
All right, so number 5, Somebody Loves Me. It's dope ass R&B type chat, man.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Goes hard.
Definitely.
You know? Number 4, Brian Steele. You know what I mean? You got to let everybody know, like, man's told me to chill. But nah, fucking, he still wants more. He still wants more. You know what I mean? Number 3, CN Tower.
Tough.
Number 2, I like to call this the side nigga anthem / you're out the friend zone. You're out the friend zone. You got the hall pass. You got that hall pass type anthem. You know what I mean? Lasers. When you see that that tattoo from the back. I'm married and shit. This is the old Blackwood talking. You know what I mean? Crazy. But I love
the
you,
old
baby.
Blackwood gotta go away.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
it just brought back memories. Just listen to that. Just brought back memories. And my number 1 would be Give Me a Hug, man. You know what I mean?
So what would you rate the album out of 10?
Out of 10, I'll give it a 7.5.
7.5? Nice.
7.5, 7.7.
I got from 5 to 1. I got Raining in Houston.
Yeah.
Which is, I love the beat switch up, is crazy. Pimmy's Dilemma, I told you, she's fire. I really rock with her solo, like one of my favorites, just the total vibe. Nokia, bro, like you just want to get into just dancing when you hear Nokia. It's just a vibe. And Give Me a Hug is crazy, obviously. It's one of the standouts, the beat switch, him calling Joe Buttons a cocksucker. And bigging up Melissa Ford, saying she's a legend from the 6, which is she a legend from the 6, or she's only a legend when it's convenient for her?
Right.
Somebody Loves Me is my favorite song on there. Him and Party go crazy. The way they ride that beat, the wave is just insane. I'm seeing it a lot on TikTok right now, which is crazy. But those are my top 5. I rate the album. I give it about an 8 out of 10. The album.
Okay.
I think the first 10 songs is no skip.
Yeah.
And then You Meet Your Padres just kills my. I want to whip the whole shit out. That song is just horrible for me. But maybe the Paisas and the Oyes, they might like that, but it's not for me.
Paying homage, man. Paying homage.
Yeah, it's not for me. But I give about 8 out of 10. The album is pretty. I rock with it. It's just a vibe. Yep. But again, talk to us. What is your favorite songs on the album?
Right.
Let us know. Give us your top 3 songs on the album, and let's tell us how you feel.
Not bad for a corpse.
No, not bad for a corpse. It's funny because last week they said he is dead. He's a corpse.
He's a sickness. I heard all types of shit, bro.
And then last episode, I'm seeing a lot of these guys. They're changing. Oh, well, Drake is still Drake. Drake is still Drake, man. He can make hits and he can. This is what he can do.
Right.
Like, guys kill me, man. Like that was projecting and wishing and hoping that he would fail.
Right.
Right. And now a lot of backpedaling.
You have no choice.
a lot of backpedaling. But the Wireless Festival,
Big.
you know, he is, you know, it's gonna be in July. We will be there. It's 150K. He sold out. It's all sold out. 150K units in 15 minutes. And it's very interesting because after that was announced, Kendrick went number 1 in UK on Spotify.
What are you trying to imply, what are you implying, my brother?
Yo, Drake, remove all your music from that trash ass platform. Remove it all. Spotify ain't shit. Just take it out. Take all your music off that shit. It's trash. But I don't want people to go in and think that, you know, we are like Kendrick haters. I love Kendrick. You know, one of my favorite songs is Swimming Pools. Like, right. He's an amazing artist. You know, congratulations on 100 monthly listeners, 100 million monthly listeners.
Yes.
He's the only rapper, I believe, to do that. No other rapper has done that before, I believe. So congratulations to him. I just, one thing about me with Kendrick is when you admit that you're a hater, like back in, when we were growing up, being a hater was like, oh, you don't want to be around that person. Right. This thing is a hater.
Yep.
So for him to say, I'm the biggest hater, and people, oh yeah, this is sick and this is cool.
I agree. Yes,
like,
I hate him too.
What are you talking about? Right. He's calling himself the biggest hater. And so it's like people in 2025, 2024, they allowed him to make it cool to be a hater.
Right.
I don't want no hater around me.
Not at all.
I'm cool off that. I don't need no hater around me. And that's one thing that I was like, man, this guy's admitting to it. Yeah. So this all sound like it came from a jealousy
this whole
space.
Bottom line.
Right?
Considering, you know, you had so much great things to say about Drake.
In the come up.
Yeah.
Right? Your whole come up was all great things. And then you turn around and like, I'm the biggest hater. I hate the way that you walk the talk. I was like, damn.
Yeah.
And people are saying this is cool. This is all right.
Well, others agreed. They agreed.
Wow. So I that's one thing. That's some generational type hater shit for real.
That's why y'all get the stiff arm. Man.
Yeah. I ain't rocking with no hater shit over here. Anyways, moving along to, we gotta talk about J. Cole's song, his new song called Clouds.
Yeah.
And this song, I will be honest with you.
I gotta hear this.
This showed me that J. Cole is the best lyricist out of the big three.
Look at that shit. Wow.
He's the best lyricist out of the big three.
At one point you were saying he's done. I don't want to hear nothing from him more.
I don't.
All that shit.
You know what? I go back on my word.
Come
I was
on,
a little
man.
disappointed
Put
because
some respect on him, man.
You know, he left the boy out to dry, man. He left Drake out to dry. Like, come on, come on.
He didn't want it to be a 2-on-1 thing, man.
He was good enough.
He respectfully bowed out because he probably seen how the people were gonna be moving.
With the fake streams.
He seen all that shit. He didn't want nothing. He want nothing to do with it.
I'm just saying, this song here, I wish we can play it. I know we can't because it's gonna get striked. But that first verse from him shows me that he is the best lyricist out of the three, by far.
The one line that still has me buzzing is him basically calling himself the bullet that missed Trump.
Crazy.
The Grays let him had Trump bleeding a bit.
Yes.
You know what I mean? That hot one. You feel me?
He flows so crazy. His flow, this right there showed me really and truly, like, I knew he was super dope at, like, I knew he was a lyricist, but this showed me like what I was thinking before is very true. Oh, man. He's the best lyricist out of the three.
Put everybody back on notice. Let me put you on notice, man. You guys everybody just jump ship off of the strength of, it's a rap beef. Traditionally, you're not supposed to bow out from a rap beef. Traditionally, what happened to flipping TaylorMade, sorry, I gotta go back to it. I gotta go back to TaylorMade because there was some stuff said on TaylorMade that made a lot of sense. You know, basically not like us wouldn't even be as hot because Drake already said on TaylorMade, even though he's using Pac's voice in AI, that, you know, call him a pedophile. We heard it on the Joe Budden podcast. It'll make a lot of noise. You guys took that off. People actually try to sue Drake for that, supposedly, from the Pac estate. You know what I mean? So I say that to say, bro, man, J. Cole seen the writing on the wall, man.
Fixed. He seen the fight was fixed from the jump.
He just said, man, I'm off this, bro. But let me remind you guys that I can spit, bro. And I'm one of the top 3 in the game. That shit ain't changed.
If you have to put them in order, is in this big three.
In this big three, like right now it would be Kendrick, Drake, Cole.
Kendrick, J. Cole. Kendrick first?
Kendrick, Drake, Cole.
Oh, yo, he corrected himself. Cole.
Yeah. No.
Yo, he said J. Cole first.
No, I didn't. I take Kendrick, Drake, Cole.
Okay.
All right. That's what it'll be.
Yeah, you heard that too, right?
No. I got a little lisp. But yeah, if I had to put a ranking out right now, just for the week, you know what I mean?
What about lyricists out of the three?
Lyricists out of the three, J. Cole, Kendrick, Drake.
What about rapper?
Drake, Kendrick, J. Cole. Songwriters.
What about hitmaker?
Drake. Drake.
Yo, we're done after that one. We're done after that.
Yeah,
I'm good off that. You ended the show off that one right there. Go ahead. Lyricist, I agree with them. I would say J. Cole, Kendrick, then Drake. Rapper, I would say Drake, J. Cole, then Kendrick. And hitmaker, I would say Drake, Kendrick, then J. Cole. I think Kendrick has more hits than J. Cole, in my personal opinion.
I think they have the same amount, but that's just me.
Because Kendrick has some of my favorite songs. Like Swimming Pools is one of my favorite songs.
Mm-hmm.
So
yeah, man.
That's what I would put it.
But I just continue to before we sign out, I want to shout out my Westview senior boys basketball team, man.
Mm-hmm.
We got eliminated last week to George S. Henry. Solid squad, George S. Henry. Yeah, I just want to shout my guys out. You know, the Jadons, the Christophs, the Ricardos, TJs, the Josiahs, the Lucases, Adams, Jay-Sean, Jalen, Jaden, Ezra. Who else am I missing? Sajed, Julian. Yes, you guys. Xavier. Yes, we were not this year because of what we did last year. The undefeated season, the stack run. Obviously, my man Raheem Ford and Jonathan. We had such a crazy year last year, and everybody written us off this year. You know, the talent wasn't there, but these kids came together, man. You know what I mean? And we just left it all on the court. You know, played with a lot of grit, played with a lot, like we really hung our style of play on the defensive end, and we just fell short to a better team. You know, so shout out George S. Henry, shout out Oakwood, shout out Leesdale. Is it Leesdale? There's a few solid teams in the TDSB that would give these prep schools a run for their money.
You got Richview. You got
is it Humberside?
Humberside is really good. Their senior team is really good. Yes.
A.Y. Jackson.
A.Y. Jackson. You got St. Martin's. You got St. Roach.
Yeah.
You got man.
The high school ball ain't dead, man. I say that to say, man.
St. Marcellinus is good.
Definitely, man. I know their officers are coming up. You know, shout out Humber for hosting the cities. You did it for the girls and you did it for the guys on the TDSB side. Yeah, I love what Humber's doing. Humber College is bringing back that feel and giving that platform. That court is a beautiful court to play on, man. You know, so
high school ain't dead.
You know what I mean? High school ball ain't dead, man. I say that to say, man. And lastly, you know, I'm an MJ guy. I'm an '80s baby that grew up watching MJ. He is the GOAT. But I always said the best point guard of all time is Isaiah Thomas. I always said that. You know what I mean? Everybody looks at me crazy and stuff. But
you are.
Shout out Tim Hardaway for letting it be known that MJ did put the stiff arm out and said he's not going to play on the dream team unless Isaiah Thomas is not playing. So he put that rumor to bed. Everybody was saying MJ had nothing to do with it. My man Tim Hardaway, the crossover king, said it. So shout out Isaiah Thomas,
so because
man.
he said it is true?
It is true, yes.
Man, tell
yes,
that
it
little
is
short.
true. Yes, it is
Go
true,
sit his
man.
ass down.
You know what I mean? The greatest
He
point guard.
need to be focused on goddamn Halliburton right now.
Right.
And him and
He wants
they
all
got
that
little
smoke
beef.
with him.
Yeah, go
He
focus
wants
on
all
that.
that smoke
Leave
with him,
MJ
man.
alone, bro.
Yeah, I
Leave
mean?
MJ alone.
But yeah, man, just continue to support, man. Follow us on our social media platforms. We're doing it for you guys. Follow us on Instagram, X, YouTube. Subscribe. Yo, tell a friend to tell a friend, man. Hit up the website. And yeah, man, Title League, man. Continue to give us the platform to put in that work, because we're gonna keep working 24/7, 365.
Yes,
rain, snow, sunshine, power going out in the building, don't matter. We are gonna perform. You know what I mean? And yo, we out, man.